Hi, my name is Krista Williams. I'm a sponsored rider with Riding Warehouse. Today we wanted to talk to you about proper nutrition for both rider and horse. What we're fueling our body and our horse's body is going to determine how they show up on game day. If we're feeding ourselves junk, we're probably not going to perform to our highest ability. I like to focus on a high-calorie diet for both me and my horse, staying away from a hot cow and doing a cool cow. You can do a cool cow by a rice brand, lots of energy, lots of B12 vitamins, which also helps with digestive system. If you get into your corns, it's harder to process, and it also is a higher energy where your horse can't focus on game day. So while on the road, the number one thing that helps keep me on track, it all comes down to meal prepping. The day before a race, I'll get a bunch of chicken, hard-boiled eggs. I do all my meal prep the day before, put them in baggies. So when I'm on the road, you get really busy, they're really easy to grab and go. And then you don't find yourself in the gas station or eating fast food. I try to be very consistent in the way I eat. I also feel it's very important for my horse to be the same way. I don't like a lot of changes on the road. I want them prepped properly during the week, and it makes the transition while on the road the same. I keep hay in front of my horse 24/7. Horses are natural grazers, so when they're a competition horse, you want to make sure you're keeping food in their digestive tract to help prevent ulcers, other digestive issues. So same thing on the road. I always have a hay bag in front of my horse. They have variety in their stall. I do alfalfa and forage, so they have something to pick from, but it's always important for me to, whatever you're doing at home, do it on the road. When looking at my daily feeding program for my horse I'm competing on, it is very important he is on a high-calorie diet while keeping it cool. My favorite grain to give is the LMF Gold. It's high in omega fats. It has omega-3s, omega-6s, it has rice bran. It is a great feed with B12, high energy, low carb. For my young horses, I like to add a little rice bran pellet. It's just adding a little more of those carbs without making them hot, but allowing them to get their weight. It's very important that you are consistent with the way you feed. I feed a scoop of each morning and night, and I do the same thing on race day. It is clockwork when it comes to feeding your horse, and they really need you to be consistent. When going into my supplements, Ship Well, a week before a big race and I'm going out of state, this is one of my favorite supplements. It is an immunity booster. You give it twice a day. Just gives them a little immunity boost so that they don't get sick on the road. I like to keep things very simple. I don't want things complicated. Finish Line does Total Control Plus. It is a 6-in-1 supplement. I don't have to feed anything else. It's gonna cover your joints, bone growth, skin and coat, gut recovery and health. It also, with the Plus, has a capillary lung support for horses that are potentially bleeders, which is very common in the barrel racing world. On race day, I do like to give an additional U7, which is found in Total Control, but is in liquid form, helps with ulcers, just helps coat the stomach so that if they're under any kind of stress, this really helps prevent future problems. But other than that, I like to keep it very simple. Your horse needs it to be simple. Be consistent, and you're gonna see great results. So when looking at our schedule of how we eat, it's important for me to eat about 6 times a day. The more you eat, the more you're keeping your body fueled, the less likely you're gonna cheat. It's allowing yourself to get hungry that you tend to run in and grab the wrong kind of foods. Same thing with my horse. I try to keep food in front of him 24/7. He gets rain morning and night, but I want it to be very easily accessible. So then on the road, same thing. The hay's in front of him. It helps him from being nervous, and it gives him a full belly. So when you wanna talk about recovery, it all starts from the beginning. You have to be doing your homework at home. You have to be doing the proper strength training. You need to be eating correctly. And I also like to start a loading dose of electrolytes on both myself and my horse 2 days prior to leaving for race day. The only thing I change while on the road is my horse does get a full tube, half morning, half night of electrolytes. It's very important to keep the potassium levels up. That helps muscle cramping. and it helps with recovery, plus the salt is helping make sure that they're staying hydrated on the road. This helps when you get home, where my horse has a day off, I have a day off. It's amazing how fast your body bounces back when you've been doing your homework from the beginning. While being on the road, it's really important to stay properly hydrated. We all get busy and we forget to drink the water. Keep a bottle of water with you at all times. I try to keep mine on ice. I tend to want to drink colder water over warm water. Same thing goes with your horse. When you're done riding him, dump his water, give him a bucket of clean water. It's going to encourage your horse to drink. Also, with doing a proper loading dose of your electrolytes, it is also going to help your horse to be properly hydrated. The more you do this, the more their muscles are going to recover, the more you're going to recover, and the more you guys are going to be ready on game day. So all in all, if you want to win on game day, it all comes down to these simple things. Stay consistent. Your horse needs you to show up for him. Don't change on the day of race day. Do what you've been doing the week before. For yourself, it takes a little time. Do the meal prep, do your homework, and you're going to see bigger results in the end. For more information, please visit ridingwarehouse.com.